Today we'll be taking a look at the new Sawstop Jobsite Pro Saw, part number JSS-120A60. Not only is this one of the most precise table saws on the market, it is also the safest table saw that you can take to a work site. Beyond the peace of mind that Sawstop's patented blade break system provides, stopping in just 5 milliseconds upon contact with the skin, the new Jobsite Saw brings in quite a few more features that make it more accurate so you can get to work quicker and is more reliable than ever. One of the new features of this saw is the table. It does measure 2 inches wider, so it is 24 5/8 by 22 5/8. So it'll give you a bigger work surface when you're cutting bigger material. Another new feature I really like about the saw is the new high-low fence. The previous model did come with a similar fence like this, the button on top. Very smooth back and forth and very accurate. One of the new features I really like about it though is the new low fence. If you're cutting smaller material, it is actually connected to the taller fence. Just unhook it from the side, flip it over, and it hooks right to the high fence so you can get more accurate cuts cutting smaller material. Get very close to the blade like this, and it's a lot safer if you're cutting shallow material. When you're done using that, you want to go back to the high fence. Just unhooks right here on the front. Take it, flip it to the other side, and it hooks back in right there, and it secures it to the high fence so you don't lose it. Smooth back and forth action for very accurate cuts. Another great feature of the new redesign is the newly redesigned active dust collection blade guard that comes standard with the saw. See right here, covers the blade, and on the back it has a port where you hook your dust collection or shop vac when you're on the job site, along with the dust collection port on the back, and that really does collect a ton of dust and does a great job with keeping your work area clean when using the table saw. So part of the dust collection is right here, and there is a riving knife attached to this, but it also does come with a standard riving knife if you don't need to use the dust collection. Something else that's great about this is when this is not in use, and your miter gauge that comes with the saw, you're able to store them away in the saw. Come to the front right here. If you flip that handle up, you can pull this out, move your fence. Right here, there's a storage box for your dust collection guard and your miter gauge. So when you're traveling with your saw, go ahead and store your accessories in there. Just like that. And it'll store all your nice accessories out of the way so they don't get damaged when in transport. When you're working with a saw and you want to go ahead and take the dust collection off, put on a just regular riving knife, come up here to the front, there's a button that you can press, pops the blade guard up, go ahead and pull that off. There's a red handle in here, pull that up, and your riving knife dust collection comes out right there. Again, flip that red handle up. And you can go ahead and store your dust collection guard. To install your other riving knife, you just drop it right in the holder, flip the red handle down. It's that quick. Put your blade guard back on. Snaps into place, and then you're ready to start cutting. Something else I really like about the Sawstop saws is the time it takes to raise your blade up and down. As you can see right here on the front, you have your handle for height. In one spin, it completely lowers the blade. To raise it up, one full revolution, and that's the max cutting height. Some saws take up to 25 spins to raise and lower the blade, and it's super easy. Also here on the front, if you need to make miter cuts with the blade, super easy. There's a red handle right behind here. You squeeze it, and it tilts the blade up to 45 degrees. Once you get it close, also here on the front, it says quick knob to make fine adjustments to get the correct angle you need when making your cuts. And again, to bring it back to 0, pull it in. Right there, it's that quick to change the angles and lower your blade. The saw does come with a miter gauge right here that again stores over here on the side. And another thing about the table, when you have this lever undone up front, if you do need a wider work surface, if you are cutting more material, you can go ahead, slide that out, lock that down, and you can still use your guide fence on that all the way to the edge. And again, if you need to store your dust collection guard and your miter gauge, they go into the storage compartment in the saw. The saw does come with all the wrenches you need to change the blades. It does come with a push stick on the side, and if you're transporting the saw, you can take the fence off. It'll just lift off and slide it over here on the side. That'll lock into place, and then you're good to transport the saw. That's one of the great features about the saw is how easy it is to transport. All you have to do is flip the saw up. There are feet that it'll stop on. Right here, there's a handle that has a little lock on it. Go ahead and press that. It'll swing down, lock into place, and you're ready to move the saw. The saw does weigh 135 pounds with the stand, so you may need some help getting into a vehicle, but the wheels make it very easy. Once you get the front loaded in, it'll roll easy in and out of a truck or van, if that's what you're using to move your tools. When you get to the work site, to set the saw up, it's just that easy also. You hit the unlock button again, pull on these two handles, tilt forward, and your saw is ready to be set up, and you can get to work. And with that, that'll be the look at the new Jobsite Pro Saw by Sawstop.